Bob Hope's 90th NBC Friday.
What a day. Just one more meeting to go.
Man, slow down. We'll get there. Take your time.
Molson Special Dry.
'Cause, man, this is it.
The evolution of beer.
This week at 6 on News 10's Inside Report.
It never fails. You're driving along and out of nowhere, somebody cuts you off, runs a red light, or slams on the brakes right in front of you.
When they're going to the right lane, right, and you're going to go right and they're going to go straight.
I hate when you go to make a left and someone's in front of you and they don't make a left when they can.
I hate that.
Why do they do it?
Just the general rudeness of today's drivers.
I'm Gabe Delmoth. I'll take you on our local highways in search of Rochester's rude drivers in a series of Inside Reports this week at 6 on News 10.
Now you can get a 2-year lease on an Accord LX sedan for $239 a month with just $1,000 down. See your nearest dealer. He'll have all the facts.
See your Rochester area Honda dealer.
The following presentation of News 10 is closed captioned.
This is Rochester's 24-hour news channel. Straight ahead, live on News 10 at 11. Tonight's top story.
It's a chance to cheer or jeer. I'm Ron Plants, and find out if local country fans like tonight's award winners.
Plus,
Drugs are found in the ceiling in the bathroom.
A citizen tip leads to a drug house raid. We'll show you what police found.
and
Is it help in AIDS prevention or an aid in drug addiction? Find out about a new needle exchange debate.
now, live, local, and up to the minute. This is News 10.
Good evening. Our top story tonight, they sing about the lovin', the leavin', the lyin', and they sing all the way to the bank.
The popularity of country music is still growing in Rochester and across the country. We have a man at the awards in L.A., Pat Steele. Pat, what a time to be a country music artist.
It is, Gabe. Thank you very much. Now, here I am live outside Universal Studios with one of the guys who was a big presenter tonight, Aaron Tippin. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
What'd you think of the show?
Oh, it was a lot of fun, as usual, man. I enjoy coming out here. So that's a real blast.
And what award did you get to present?
I got to present vocal group, and that was cool. Diamond Reel won that. Boy, that was really neat. I've toured those guys, and man, and I got a show with them next week, so I said, look, boys, I got your trophy. Treat me good.
And where's your show next week?
Oh, I think we're going to be back down in Georgia.
Any surprises tonight?
I don't know. I think it pretty well went like it should. I'll tell you one special thing is seeing George, you know, and got to Pioneer. That was great, man, because he's, boy, what a guy. Nobody deserves it like him.
Now, big night for Brooks and Dunn and also for Vince Gill.
Oh, yeah, man, and seeing Brooks and Dunn and Vince do well, that's great, man. I think Vince said something tonight, you know, that country music's not changing, it's growing. Boy, I think he just said the speech of a lifetime right there. That was very special, especially to folks like me that constantly try to hang on to the roots of country music and try to move it forward, you know, and I think he must have studied long. I'm going to get him write me one of those speeches.
Well, a presenter this year, we look for you maybe to be a winner next year, Aaron.
Hey.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, how did Rochester react to this? Let's check with Ron Plants at Rustler's Roost.
All right, I'm here in Henrietta. It's Rustler's Roost, where country music really rules the roost. And I've got some people here with me who have really been paying close attention to the Country Music Awards tonight. First off, I've got Don Rolls. Now, Don, you're from Gates. You're a big Reba McEntire fan. Let's show that jacket off here. You can see it right there, Reba on tour. Don, why do you really like Reba McEntire? What is it about her?
She sings fantastic. She's really sincere, and she's great to her fans.
She was up for Entertainer of the Year award. Did you think she was going to get it this time?
Oh, I was hoping.
Came close, though, I guess.
Yes.
All right, she's still #1 with you.
Oh, definitely, all the way.
All right, thank you, Don. Now I'm going to turn to Wayne Miles from Charlotte. Wayne, you are a big fan of Brooks and Dunn, who did extremely well in terms of the new duo coming out with the best new album, and of course that single, Boot, Scootin' Boogie. What is it about them? It sounds like a good tune to begin with, Boot, Scootin' Boogie.
Yeah, they're very danceable. They have a dance named after that, and it's a good tune, a good dance. All the stuff they do seems to be very danceable.
You seem to get into it quite a bit.
I like it.
Okay, thank you very much, Wayne. Now I'm going to turn to Mike and Trish Cerrone, who are from Greece. And Trish, first off, I understand you're a big fan of Garth Brooks. He took the Entertainer of the Year award. What is it about Garth that just seems to make him be so popular with country music fans?
Garth has a lot of personality. Everyone loves him, obviously.
You think it's the black hat?
Oh, that has a lot to do with it.
Okay, and I'm going to turn now to Mike. And Mike, you got to see another one of the candidates for Entertainer of the Year, Billy Ray Cyrus. What is it about Billy Ray Cyrus that keeps captivating people? Now, you saw him in Las Vegas, you said?
We saw him just last week in Las Vegas. We felt his band was phenomenal. He's a good entertainer. He has a lot to really get into. He's lacking a little bit of showmanship, but his band is phenomenal.
Something to really enjoy.
I think just a matter of time before he really gets into entertaining rather than just singing songs.
Okay, well, thank you to everybody that joined in with me tonight. And I'm going to dance off into the sunset right now with Dawn, if you don't mind. Here we go.
I love it. I like the outfit too, Ron. Thank you very much out at Rustler's Roost. Well, now for a recap of some of tonight's top winners. Vince Gill is the Male Artist of the Year. Vince Gill also won Song of the Year for I Still Believe in You. Garth Brooks is Entertainer of the Year. Tracy Lawrence is Best New Male Vocalist, and Mary Chapin Carpenter is Best Female Vocalist.
Well, now you're about to get a guided tour of what police say is a drug house. They raided the place tonight.
Drugs were found. The gun was found in here. In the heating duct.
Neighbor called in the tip that led to this raid. Besides several guns, police took in small amounts of marijuana and drug paraphernalia. An officer walked us through the house, pointing to some of the creative places the suspects hid the weapons and the drugs. 4 people were arrested.
Drug addicts can easily fall prey to AIDS. They often share contaminated needles, which carry the deadly disease. Tonight, visitors from New England told Rochester residents about their needle exchange program, which is aimed at AIDS and addiction.
It's an extremely controversial idea, giving drug addicts clean needles in exchange for their used needles. But some advocates of needle exchange say it can work to keep a killer disease at bay.
Within 9 months, we had stopped the spread of AIDS through HIV drug users by 33%.
Mayor Daniel started the needle exchange program in New Haven, Connecticut in 1990, and now he's suggesting that Rochester push ahead with a similar program. AIDS Rochester, which now runs a bleaching program to clean needles, projects that of the 4,000 IV drug users in this city, 20% are now HIV positive, and it's believed that number could double to 40% by 1997. But there is plenty of skepticism about needle exchange.
I don't believe that giving drug addicts needles is a way that's going to cure them from their addiction. I think that, in other words, it's just a way to encourage them to do it more.
This information that I got so far didn't convince me. I would like to see more.
But Mayor Daniel says needle exchange can attack drug abuse when it's combined with effective counseling and treatment.
You need to have a collaboration from the entire community. You need to have an opportunity for these people to get into treatment.
Now, AIDS Rochester is seeking a $70,000 grant and a waiver from the state to set up a needle exchange program here in Rochester. Similar programs are now running in New York City, Seattle, and Hawaii.
Tomorrow's the big day for anyone who has stock in Kodak. Shareholders from all over the country will be in Fort Lauderdale to find out what kind of focus Kodak has on its own future. Laura Saxby is there tonight and tells us stockholders are interested, as are company employees and those who use Kodak products.
Kodak this year came to the land of sun and sand and surf to host its stockholders. In a place where everything seems to be a photo opportunity, it doesn't take long to spot the familiar yellow box.
I always choose the Kodak.
How come?
Because the pictures are nice.
Pearl Swan didn't know she stopped to snap her daughter's picture in front of the convention center where Kodak will hold its shareholders meeting, where Chairman Kay Whitmore will likely face investors' tough questions about plans to improve stock value. The sudden resignation of Chris Steffen as chief financial officer after only 11 weeks will no doubt also be brought up. The heat here may come from more than the Florida sun.
I think it'd probably be a nasty meeting with a lot of people saying insulting things to the chairman.
Kodak Kodak expects about 500 shareholders to turn out here at the convention center in Fort Lauderdale for the meeting tomorrow morning. There are 12,000 stockholders who live in Florida, 3,200 Kodak retirees in this state, and many more people whose business includes doing business with Kodak.
I sell it to all my customers because it's the best print.
Katie Wallace and her husband own this one-hour photo shop on Fort Lauderdale Beach in the heart of what's called the Strip. A racing fan, she keeps a miniature of the Kodak car on her processor, roots for driver Ernie Irvin, and pitches Kodak products.
Most of the Europeans say, do you have Fuji? And I say, yes, I have Fuji. I also have Kodak, and I like Kodak better.
Shareholders will find out tomorrow if Kay Whitmore tells them what they want to hear. In Fort Lauderdale, Laura Saxby, News 10.
And Laura will bring you live reports on the meeting tomorrow. Join us at noon, 5, and 6 for complete coverage from Fort Lauderdale.
Well, lately it seems like we've been enjoying Florida-type weather with the warm breezes we've had.
Yes, we've had some cooling breezes tonight, but not a bad day for tomorrow. Our first glance will show sunny skies when you're heading out to work or school. 57 degrees, warming up to even higher values by day's end. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to detail those changes and weather conditions.
Keith, thank you.
Like that sunny. Well, there's more news ahead tonight.
Coming up later, you'll learn from a man who says he's afraid to go back to work. We have an exclusive interview with a city worker attacked on the job.
Police officers face risks every day. Up next, we'll tell you about a deputy shot in near death. He was transporting a prisoner.
Plus, find out why it may soon be easier for you to register to vote. Stay with us.
News 10 is brought to you by John Deere.
Meet your Rochester area John Deere dealers. Bob James in Fairport, and in Brockport, see Keith Perry. They sell the John Deere 245 garden tractor for only $120 a month, and the all-new 425 all-wheel steer garden tractor from John Deere. Buy now and enjoy 90 days same as cash. And remember, nothing runs like a Deere, and nobody can service you like your John Deere dealer. See them at these locations.
With a free connection from GRC, you can enjoy the widest selection of viewing choices anywhere. Cable TV is a value that can't be beat. Call GRC today for a free connection.
Celebrate a new day at Chase, Saturday, with a low-rate, no closing cost home equity line of credit. It's our payoff for your day off.
So far, people have sent in all kinds of photos for TV10's Rochester The Big Picture Project. Great shots of their friends and families, working and playing. Photos of the natural beauty that's all around us. Plus pictures of our wonderful landmarks. They're the kind of photos that are guaranteed to make this a beautiful book. Only one little problem, though. We still don't have yours. Come on, Rochester The Big Picture. Give it your best shot.
Intrepid. This changes everything.
You're watching News 10 with Janet Lomax and Gabe Dahlman.
A police officer out in California is fighting for his life tonight. The Sacramento County Sheriff's deputy was shot during an escape attempt by an inmate. The deputy was taking the prisoner to a doctor's appointment. And 9 New York State troopers who were killed last year in the line of duty were honored in Albany this morning. This is National Law Enforcement Week, a time to show appreciation for police officers who risk their lives on the streets every day. There's a new memorial in the state's capital dedicated to slain officers and their families.
President Clinton may be resisting the idea of placing U.S. troops on the ground in Bosnia, but he has no problem sending American soldiers to the Republic of Macedonia. Clinton says that would be an effort to keep the war in Bosnia from spreading. Meanwhile, the fighting continues in the southern Bosnian town of Mostar, all of this despite a ceasefire agreement between Muslims and Croats. There are reports that Croat forces have been seen rounding up Muslims and sending them off to detention areas. Those against President Clinton's plan to lift the ban on gays in the military now have a new ally. Retired Army General Norman Schwarzkopf says it undermines morale to have homosexuals serving openly in the ranks. Schwarzkopf is one of many who testified at Senate hearings on that issue today. Some gay soldiers countered Schwarzkopf by saying if top military leaders show tolerance, so will the ranks.
Registering new voters will be a lot easier once President Clinton signs the so-called motor voter bill. Now, here is just one of the new places you can sign up to vote. The Motor Vehicles Office. That's how the bill got its name. They'll also be signing people up at places where they give out public assistance and at military recruiters' offices. Republicans objected to the measure, saying that this will lead to a lot of fraud and will cost the states too much money.
Well, a teenager took quite a joyride in New York City today. Coming up later, we'll tell you the unbelievable story of how he got hold of a subway train.
But up next, Keith Eichner with his full forecast. It's starting to chill out a bit.
He comes into our homes each day. Now we'll turn the cameras on him for an exclusive at-home visit with Regis Philbin.
A News 10 exclusive tomorrow at noon.
Of all the ways you can furnish your home, one of the most beautiful ways is with Anderson feature windows and patio doors. Classic lines shape the light that shapes your mood. Elegant designs bring the warmth of tradition, the comfort of nature. Ordinary furnishings create a look. Anderson windows create an experience.
It has been 200 and some odd days since the last day of summer. That's quite a few afternoons without the grass between your toes, the sun on your shoulders, and a pitcher of Country Time lemonade flavored drink mix with a taste of good old-fashioned lemonade. So start practicing. Summer's just a page turn away on the kitchen calendar.
Well, I started Kids for a Clean Environment because I thought my friends and I could do something to help. What Melissa didn't know was kids everywhere wanted to help. They did a news story on Kids Face, and before I knew it, kids were coming out of the woodwork, so we just sort of adopted our club. Thanks to Walmart, we've got over 100,000 members now. If you want to know more, you'll find the Kids Face newsletter right here at Walmart. Join the club and help the world.
Senior Pontiac performers. Now, News 10 weather with meteorologist Keith Eichner.
Wild weather across the Northeast could very well be the situation here by later tomorrow afternoon, as we're going to be watching some very dynamic changes coming across the region. You're going to have a strong mechanism to get rid of this warm weather, and I think we're going to have that at hand by tomorrow night. Outside currently 61 degrees. The dew point temperature 51 degrees. It's dropped a little bit from earlier tonight. Relative humidity is now 70%. The barometer continues to fall off, and the winds are out of the west-southwest at 9 miles an hour. Now, as we look across the region currently, live Rochester Doppler radar showing no precipitation at all within its operational range. We have mainly clear skies tonight as temperatures continue to slowly drop back. Now, the national radar view shows that while activity here is relatively quiet, there's still an area of some showers still off the southern New England coastline. That's in association with the cold front that came through Rochester here around the middle of the afternoon. Meanwhile, we still see a large pinwheeling area of rain primarily across the Central Plains, a low-pressure system closed low in the upper levels, remaining locked over that part of the country. Now, across New York State currently, very mild readings, 61 degrees here, the high 83. Low this morning, 53 degrees, but record high temperatures noted earlier today. New York City was up to 92 degrees this afternoon. Allentown, Pennsylvania at 90. Boston was 91. Hartford, Connecticut, 92. Williamsport, Pennsylvania, 92 degrees. We won't be seeing that kind of warmth here during tomorrow as we begin to see the transition from very warm weather back to a colder weather pattern here. Here's the pattern you can